All right, number 11, integral x minus 1 over x squared minus 4x plus 5 dx. This looks very similar to number 10, but it's a lot harder because let's go back to number 10 since I have it here. There was a minus sign over here. Now it's a plus sign over here. So now the bottom is not factorable. So we can't do partial fraction decomposition as is. But do we even want to do partial fraction decomposition over here? Is the question. Okay. But of course, we should always, well, since I did it in number 10, I'm not going to do it again. I'll just mention it. You should always check if you can do a U substitution first, but it doesn't look like we can here. Okay. So remember our handy dandy technique of completing the square. We might have to do that here to make the bottom a little bit nicer for us to do anything. Okay. So let's complete the square. So x squared minus 4x. So it would be minus 4 over 2, and then we square that, so that is 4. Yeah, so let's write this as plus 4 plus 1, because it needs to be equal to this 5 over here. We can't change the integrand. This will be a different function. Okay, dx. Can't forget that. All right, so then we want to complete the square because now the first 3 terms becomes a perfect square of x minus 2 squared. Okay, let's not forget our dx. Now let's try a substitution. U is x minus 2, let's say. So du would be simply dx. The top is x minus 1, so then u plus 1 is x minus 1. Now let's substitute. So u plus 1 over u squared plus 1 du. Okay, so how can we solve this now? Well, we can just break this up into, should I cut my definition? U, let me just write over here, u is x minus 2, because we need to back substitute later, okay? Okay, so let's break up the fraction into u over u squared plus 1 du. That's one integral. And then next integral is 1 over u squared plus 1 du. We know how to integrate both of these. This first one, we can do a substitution. We're going to do it in our head. Hopefully, this is simple enough that you can do it in your head. If you're going to take calculus 3, multivariable calculus, you should start practicing doing these simple u subs in your head. This one is the arctangent over here. Hopefully, you recognize that. Okay, so this first one becomes half natural log absolute value u squared plus 1. Technically, you can drop the absolute values because it's always positive. Okay, and then this is plus arctangent of u plus c. Okay, now we just got to back substitute. What is u? That was a definition over here. U is x minus 2, so half ln of x minus 2 squared plus 1 plus arctangent x minus 2 plus c. Here's our answer. So notice this indefinite integral, just because this became a plus sign instead of a minus sign, is much more complicated. Here it was just 2 natural logs. Here it's a natural log and an arctangent.